Hello everyone, Ruby Retrograde Tarot Entei here, and today I will be serving up to you guys a Kickstarter flip through unboxing that I received actually just late last year, but it is now that I have time to actually sit down and do the unboxing and show it to me and all of you guys. What is, or actually are, those decks, because technically there are two and they're from the same creator. It is the Teeny Tiny Tarot and the Mini Divi, both created by Holly Oddly. These decks were put up on Kickstarter back in June last year, just to tell you how long until I got those. I believe the campaign was successfully funded and it closed in July, and then by the time all the different process that happens behind the scene and getting it to Holly's place of business or house, packing, shipping, I ended up getting it in December. I believe at the time it was I believe it had an estimated shipping, I want to say either October or November, because as you can see, Teeny Tiny Tarot, just looking at the style of the deck, just by looking at the cover, you see that it has a little bit of a, ghostly, spooky, something that would be perfect for Halloween or fall or things like that. But it's okay. I mean, you don't have to use it exclusively for them. But in any case, if the style looks to you like it's familiar, she has done Kickstarters in the past. One of them, I have the deck, so I can show it to you. I don't have all of her past decks. One of the decks she did was the Bonaventure Cemetery Divination deck. This was an oracle that was based on her observation from her walks through the Bonaventure Cemetery. So certain items that she noticed, and she made an oracle out of it. So as you can see, I mean, similar style. So if you have, there is another cemetery oracle deck. I forgot what's the name of it. Yeah, so this is the one that I have. I think there's either one or two more along with this one. So the Teeny Tiny Tarot, it is it follows the Rider-Waite-Smith system, but it's not a clone, as she mentioned in her campaign. The minors are renamed. So if the needles are swords, the skulls are cups, the sticks are wands, and eyeballs. There are eyeballs for pentacles. The Mini Divi is an oracle deck. It's actually part, we'll call it part one of five other oracle, other divination type deck that she plans on creating. She actually offered in her campaign for the Teeny Tiny Tarot and the Mini Divi a storage box where there was space for the tarot and the six other oracle decks. I decided not to take the box. I just wanted the decks. I was fine with it. Maybe later on, if I like her other decks and I want to add it, because it depends. Either sometimes you don't necessarily jive with all of them, and sometimes your brain is kind of, it's a collection, you need to have it all, gotta catch them all. Okay, so depending how persistent my brain is, I might get the box and the rest of them. But for now, we have these two, and they look lovely already just from the box. I kind of pre-opened them because, as you know, with tuck boxes, sometimes it's incredibly hard to open them. I managed to do just a little bit of damage, not as bad as sometimes when you open them. So we will start with the tarot here. The cards are on 350 GSM or something or another like this. Okay, this goes at the end, I think. This is empty, and as you can see, the Teeny Tiny Tarot is a 78 card deck of all the things Holly finds wondrous in this world and beyond. And these are the back of the cards. reversible with the logos, the acronym of the Teeny Tiny Tarot. And you can see here we have a sword here, the skulls. This might be the eyeballs here, but I don't see the sewing needles, but just the detail here. So they can see symmetrical, no issues. If I look at the back, oh, it seems like the back starts with the king. So let's go from this end here. It starts, okay, we have a little summary about Holly, who is an illustrator, and she lives in an 1890 Victorian home, which sounds very cool. In my head, I think it's pretty cool, but it's probably also crickety. Because, you know, old houses at some point in time, there's creaks and cracks and all of that stuff. A pretty thank you card. And then I believe we will start. Yes, we are starting with this fool with a cute little froggy and a poor fly who has no idea what is coming for it. So let's go and put everything like this. Let's zoom in. We are a little bit too much. There we go. And let's start looking. So we had the fool with the frog, the magician. Oh, here you can kind of see the suits here. So the skull, the stick, the eye, and the needle. And some entity peeking through the high priestess curtains. This could look like pomegranates. We have the empress. Maybe looking at her energy, of her creative energy. We have a cat as an emperor. That's, oh, that caught a mouse that I can see right here. It's just a very soft silhouette. And the background colors, they seem earthy, if that could be a word that I can apply to those. It's not very bright. There's a little somberness to it, but not without being extra scary, if I can make sense. It's very minimal. You have the Hierophant. I mean, you just have the key and the skull here. The Lovers. The clutch here makes me think of either The Little Prince or Beauty and the Beast. There's Baba Yaga's house. Was it a house on chicken legs, or was yeah, I think it was a house on chicken legs for the chariot. A snake, which I find interesting. This kind of goes out of the usual lion for strength. I like that, with the little infinity symbol over here. The Hermit. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Justice. A bat for the Hangman. I like this for death. I know, just one of the most, yeah, maybe the most, but a common meaning for death. It's not the end. Then the little skull here, skeleton hand. Temperance. Now for the devil, that's interesting because it's not a devil. It's like a ghost, or I don't know, a spirit, an apparition. And then we have, I don't know, is it a fox, a cat? Everything you thought you knew is the Tower. In a very sad time when your cup of drink just falls off of something. A star. Okay, the moon as a key. I guess for the key for your intuition or things like that. The sun. All right, instead of the trumpet, we have a banjo here for the judgment card, waking up everybody. And the world. Oh, this is like, I think this is a door front. Let me just look at it 2 seconds. Yeah, I think this is like a door front. Like this is the, I don't know what to call it, like the little designs on the front doors, and this would be the door knocker with a wreath attached at the front. And now we're going into the minor. So the ace of needles, the needles, I believe, like I mentioned, it was the swords. Yeah, it's so simple. It has a sweetness, a sweetness and a fun touch to it. And 4 of needles or swords for rest. Yeah, these suck. When you get a needle, when you get poked by a needle, it sucks. Okay, I like that. For the 6 of swords, usually it's someone leaving on a boat. So here it's kind of you're leaving this older needle, maybe because it's gotten dull. You're not, it's not, yeah, it's usually it's because it's dull, it's broken, and you're getting new needles. Got the 7. And the 8. Oh my goodness, that would hurt so much. Ooh. All I can think is, ooh, 9. It's coming to get you. Little ominous little being there. And then the 10 of swords. Okay, the page. Holding a mini sewing book. Okay, looking for information. The knight embroidering a horse. Okay. I don't know if it's me, but the queen looks like the empress. Give me 1 second. Oh, I can tell they're going to be a little bit... I mean, is it me? Am I imagining things? They look very similar. Okay, the king and the queen both have the needle as their object of focus. All right. So now we have the ace of pentacles or eyeballs. Now I think I should say if you're a bit squeaked out or uncomfortable with eyeballs, I don't know, would this bother you, or does it have to be realistic, or just the fact that it's an eyeball, doesn't matter what kind, that bothers you? So that would be something to consider. This one I kind of want to call it keeping all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, I know they're eyes, but that's what came to mind. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but if I was walking down the street and I saw that by a window, no, this would not be a good day for me. I would be so afraid. And we have 6. The 7. Haven't done the unboxing for the Untamed Mystery. This seems similar to, I forgot which card in the Untamed Mystery Tarot, but it kind of reminds me of one of them. That style with the flowers with the eyes on it. Then we have 8. That looks like a pot of soup. I mean, that would be like the cast iron pot. The soup. That's a spoon, right? Got 9. Once again, reminds me of Untamed Mystery. And we have 10. This could pass. I could see myself mistaking this one for the Sun card, because my brain is like this. The Knight. All right, the Queen. Sorry about that. I like to fix my piles. But I'm kind of wondering if the Queen passed the eye to the King, or the King took the eye from the Queen. I have questions. Now we are with the Sticks, which is the replacement, well, the renaming of the wands. Wands. The 3. Celebration tent for the 4. Six. I can kind of see the defensive going against these 6 sticks. Hee witchy brooms for the 8. I like that. For 9, and thinking of holding on. And there's 10. Now for the page. The Knight. What is the Queen doing this time? All right, she's all about her stick. And the King also. Oh, which suit did we just pass through that was doing the same thing? Was it Needle? And finally, we have Cups or Skulls. Okay, the 2 skulls merging. Huh. Festive Skulls. All right. For the 4 of Cups, let me think about it. Usually the 4 of Cups, if I remember correctly, somebody is kind of just staring at 3 and there's the one coming from whoever, a cloudy hand. So I'm wondering if this hand is kind of saying no to the quote unquote cloudy hand, offering this big cup. It's like, oh no, I got 2, don't worry about it, I don't need it. Not paying attention that it's, I mean, bigger than the other skulls. But we think about that. We'll think about that. There goes 5. CX. I like 7. I like 8 too. This makes me think like I'm so done with this. Like I'm discarding all of this to go somewhere else, wherever my potential can be, or wherever this road leads me. I like that one. There's 9. Having a little skull tower. And then 10. It's like a whole fountain. And the page. The Knight. Delivering a love message, maybe, seeing as cup is with emotions and the emotive sense and things like that. Oh, we got the Queen here as a skull. And the King. I almost thought it was 2 beards. And there you have it. Here is the whole deck. Now, I won't necessarily shuffle to pull a certain cards because seeing as it's just Rider-Waite-Smith, you go with whatever your intuition is or things like that. But I will, you know what, I will shuffle it just to see how it is shuffling a small, oop, that's how it is shuffling a smaller deck. It doesn't, there's not many cards sticking together. It is a matte finish. Not very shine. It feels like it's going to hold itself together. Now let me see what happens if I'm to shuffle, because they're shorter. What will happen? Okay. It's not too bad. I can't quite well, actually, you know what? No, it's not a bad shuffle. Because it's shorter, I don't have to extend my hand as much to grab. Let me try from this side here. Yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad. So, whoop, all right. Look at that. So far, I like the deck. It's very, well, it's minimal. You know, the key symbols are there for you to give you an indication of what they are. I think it's just there, just enough there so that you can have your own interpretation, your own inspirings, if I can call them that. But otherwise, I think I like the simplicity. Off of that deck, I kind of get the little, I don't know, a softness. Even though it's kind of spooky, otherworldly themed. Definitely you could use that for Halloween, but, you know, it doesn't mean that it's exclusively for Halloween. I could see it for quick, fun reads. You could probably also, because they're small, you could probably use them as clarification if you like to use clarifiers, or if you do spreads that have you know, a couple layers to them, maybe like a first layer with main cards and then a second layer. These are small enough that they won't necessarily block what's behind them. So this is at least the what am I saying, the tarot section. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this aside. And they feel sturdy. They definitely feel like they're not going to chip or get damaged that easily. They almost feel like they have a plastic coating. So if, you know, heaven forbid, some liquid spills on it or anything like that, I think you could wipe it off rather easily without it leaving a mark on it. So we're gonna put this aside. And we're going to go with the Mini Divi, which this is a pack of 30 cards, and it's about ghosts. In the campaign, she mentioned that ghosts were something that she liked ever since she was young. So let me just pull this card out, making sure I'm not forgetting any. Oh. Okay. There we are. So let's start right ahead and see what kind of ghosties we can find. And at the same time, here is the back, again with the name of the deck, Mini Divi, with the little skull and knives. I believe it's the same as the back of the tarot deck. Let me just check that real quick for y'all. Yeah, it's the same looking one. just in black and white for this one. Okay. The doesn't realize ghost. Your lack of awareness is killing. I don't know. It kind of made me laugh. The ancient spirit. Ghost family. I like the calligraphy too on the cards. The ghost town. The cold spot. The hungry ghost. The friendly ghost. Not Casper, just a friendly ghost. The Victorian ghost. She looks severe and strict. Oh, the crying ghost. Orb ghost. Then there is the closet ghost. Ectoplasm. The severed head. Forest spirit. Rattling chains ghost. Then we have ghost of the fog. An angry spirit. The grabby ghost, and not crabby ghost, which was what I first read. The ghost phone. We got the shapeshifter. The child ghost, which kept on wanting to peep out from underneath the other cards. Woman in the water. Poltergeist. The vortex ghost. The corner ghost. The sheet ghost. The lonely ghost. Horde of ghosts. See the light ghost, or sees the light ghost. And we have a little thank you card and another summary card. So Holly grew up with scary stories to tell in the dark. She followed this up with Tales from the Crypt, a healthy dose of Stephen King, and any scary movie she could rent from Blockbuster. So here you can tell her inspiration for the Mini Divi ghosts, and I find it creative that she was able to find so many types of ghosts. I mean, for 30 ghosts, I don't know that I would be able to come up with that many, and all sorts and kinds, and the drawings. Once again, it's the same tone, color schemes or color tones as the Teeny Tiny Tarot. So nothing too bright. It's kind of earthy. For some, there's kind of a little bit of a humorous touch, and others have, to me, I think, see, when there's 30, it's a lot easier to handle, but see, you have to be careful how you do your shuffling, or else you're gonna give a bend to your cards like I tend to do. So you just have to be careful. But yeah, like I was saying, it seems like it has this softness, this cutesiness, but for the Oracle deck at least, it has a potential of being thought-provoking, making you think about things. So let's once again borrow a page here, and there you go. See what we get. Closet Ghost. Seek out the inner truth that long to be awakened. So see, this could be a good, you could use this deck as a start of your spread. So for example, if I got this, I could then use, oh, that's not a tarot. Then I could then use the Teeny Tarot to expand on this, or kind of just use that as a prompt if I wanted to kind of let my mind wander and write out what I thought about it. This definitely gives you some variety. And I can say that I like them all. When would I try to use it just for Halloween? Maybe not. I could definitely see myself using it, yes, for the season, for Halloween, you know, Day of the Dead type of thing. But also if I just feel some, maybe if I had wanting to go maybe a little bit deep, go a little bit underneath the surface. Not too much, but just enough to kind of start getting me there. If I want something a little bit more thought-provoking, I could see myself using that for that. And also as well with the Teeny Tiny Tarot, kind of use that in collaboration, we'll say. So there you have it, the unboxing of the Mini Divi. And I like saying Mini Divi, it's so cute. And the Teeny Tiny Tarot by Holly Audley. Tell me what you guys think. Did you like the cards? Do you find them cute? Do you find them interesting? Is it your cup of tea? Do you think that this would be something that would join your collection, or do you want to wait to see what other Oracle decks, or I think it's just going to be other Oracle decks. I don't think there's going to be other tarot that's going to come in that box. But do you want to see what else she's going to bring out in that collection before you decide if you want to get them? Let me know in the comment section below, down there. Wait, is my fingers? Down here. Boop, boop. And until next time, thank you for taking the time to watch this unboxing and hanging out with me. Until next time, bye-bye, guys.